right, this is my daily update for my build and public log. This will be a quick one. There's not a whole lot to show today. I've made more progress on the core agent, the email summarization agent for agents code, my AI agent API service. So my intention here is to build a tool, like a free tool, where you can scroll down, you see tools, and it's a free tool that you can just go to the browser and use this thing. But I was thinking about this and I was like, should I just let people run the agents from the browser? So I have a demo here for the YouTube one. This is really heavy and expensive, so like I need to be mindful. I can't let people just go run this like crazy. I need you to sign up, use your free credits, and then you can go do this. So I have things like really heavily cached on the back end, so it's like not as heavy and expensive if a lot of people run this demo. Okay, fine. I have this one where you can actually like schedule a meeting. You can go and actually schedule the meeting, run the agent. So I'm really debating like, should that tool just be the demo for this agent? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out. So that's not important. I just need to get this built. Yeah, made more progress. It's almost kind of working. I'll probably have it done this week. So much to figure out here. Really good feedback this week that I'm thinking a lot about. So yeah, that's it for today. No questions or comments today. Um, On to my random story for today. Again, this will be a quick one. My girlfriend is slash partner is sick right now, and I was telling someone how they were sick, and I was repeating a story that I'm about to tell you, or I'm repeating a story. When I first started dating her a couple years ago, like really, really early on, um, we went out for like a night out on the town, and this being London, it's all about pubs, and people in London drink a lot. Like you drink a lot when you're in London. Like it's kind of like New York City if you've ever been to New York City or spent time or know people who live in New York City. That too is like a really drinking heavy city and culture. London is probably even worse. Uh, so that's kind of what you do. You go to pubs and stuff, and you end up just drinking a lot of alcohol. So we went out and we got pretty wasted. We were pretty drunk by the end of the night. So we're back at her place, and we're hanging out, and I get the drunk munchies, as I call it. And I was like, I want a kebab, totally drunk. Because I'm used to going out and getting a kebab. This is common in a lot of cities in Europe. That's like the late night snack. So I got into my head, I really wanted a kebab. And it was, at this point, it was pretty fucking late at night. It was like 3 a.m. or something like that. In London, if you didn't know, it's interesting because people drink a lot in London. You think, oh, it's a crazy big city. There must be crazy nightlife. No, it's so dreadfully boring. Everyone goes home and goes to sleep. Everything closes early. I actually hate that part of London. It's so boring. New York City, you can go out all night. New York City is a much more 24/7 city. London, it shuts down. It was like 3 a.m. and there's not a lot of options. So I got on the delivery app and I was like, I'm going to get a kebab. And I got myself a kebab. And I'll never forget it. I was eating it and I was like, tastes weird. Uh, but I was so drunk, I was just like, whatever. And I ate it anyways because I've eaten a lot of dodgy meat and street food, let me tell you. So I eat the kebab. She smells it. She's like, "That does not smell good. Like, don't eat that. What are you doing? That does." I mean, she's drunk too. What are you doing? Why are you eating that? Don't eat that. And I was like, "Well, I paid for it. I'm gonna eat it." So I eat it, and you know, I'm like, "Oh, we hang out a little bit later, and then we go to bed, and I'm like, I feel kind of funny. I feel funky. I don't know. I'm not feeling well. I thought I would just drink too much alcohol, and I tried to go to sleep, and I wake up, and I run to the bathroom, and I am so fucking sick from this kebab. I mean, like food poisoning sick. I'll spare you the details. Let's put it this way. And I was so embarrassed because I had just met this girl. Like I mean, yeah, I was gonna spend the night at her house, so obviously we were at that point. But I didn't know her very well at all, and I was at her house, throwing up and using the bathroom heavily. And I was dying. This thing obviously was rotten. I gave me food poisoning instantly, not instantly, but very, very quickly. A few hours is pretty quick, maybe an hour. And I'm just in her bathroom dying. And this poor girl, she doesn't know me, and she's trying to help me. And I'll never forget. She goes, knocks on the door. Steven, are you okay? And I was so sick. When you're sick like this, you don't just fuck off like everybody. You don't want anyone to come and bother you. You don't want to try to talk because you can't. And it's like, go away, lady. I'm dying in your bathroom. Please go away. And she just, yeah, I'm good, yeah. And she just wouldn't leave me alone. And eventually, I said, go away. I just yelled at this poor girl, like, please go away. Like, I'm dying. Leave me alone. And she didn't know what to make of it. She's like, "What is up with this guy here at my house, just like throwing up sick?" And I was in there for hours, hours and hours. And I'll never forget. She said, "I've never heard such sounds. It sounded like a dinosaur was in the bathroom. It was so scary. I didn't know what to do. I was so freaked out, worried about you." And I wanted to go home so bad. I wanted to go back to my place. And I had like a crappy living situation where I had a flatmate, and I didn't really like the person very much, and I didn't feel super comfortable there. But at least I had my own bathroom, and I could go like in peace by myself, and crawl into the dark corner and die, not shamefully in front of this new girl that I've just met. But yeah, rough. So she thinks she got food poisoning. And that's kind of how the story came up. But she cracks me up every time she tells the story. She's like, it was like a dinosaur. I've never heard the sound like that before. I have another funny story of us getting sick, but even more dramatic. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, it all worked out. We're together. We're in a relationship, so everything was okay in the end. And I got to see her get sick one time too, so we're even. All right, that's all I got for today. See you tomorrow.